Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. At least I hope you know what time it is. It is time to save some money on some great Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 games. A lot of digital, but also some physical. We have an amazing eShop sale. So let's go and get right into this video. Yeah, that's right. Another week, another eShop sale video, but we go a couple steps further. You know, we do the physical games, Switch 2 games. We do a little extra over here, but we can go even extra-er. That's right. Boom, a winner of a Nintendo Eshop gift card. But we can take it even further with another winner of a Nintendo Eshop gift card. If you'd like to have the same opportunity every single week, all you have to do is like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram or Twitter or both of those. And yeah, I'll always do my best job to give back to my amazing community. This week, I think this is one of the best eShop sales of the year so far. So let's go and get right into it. The first game we're talking about is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. This is currently on sale for $2.99, and that is 80% off the full price, and this is currently on the eShop. Guide two brothers on an epic fairy tale journey. Control both brothers at once as you experience co-op player and single player, or team up with a friend through the heartfelt story. Solve puzzles, explore stunning locations, and face off against harrowing bosses. This is one journey you will never forget. And this also includes like some extra bonuses. I don't think it's DLC, I think they just included some extra stuff in this. Really cool concept, man. So not only is it like a really cool co-op game, but it's a co-op game you can play single player. I feel like we're in Inception right now. Like what is going on here? We also have Children of Morta on sale. This is currently $3.28 on the eShop. That is 85% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. So obviously right now everybody's talking about Hades 2, and for great reason, right? I do think Hades is also on sale right now as well, but I'm not gonna make a big deal about it in this video. I think I talked about it last week. This is in that same vein though. This is a roguelike with a strong storyline that has 7 playable characters, and you can play this game local co-op. That sounds incredible, like such a fun time. I think this actually might also include some DLC as well, but just look at the quality of this game. You're paying less than $4. One of my personal favorites I've played on my Switch is Ghostrunner. This is currently $7.49, and that is 75% off on the eShop. I knew about this game for a while. I always seen like the cover art, but I never got around to playing it. That wasn't until Ghostrunner 2 came out, and I was like, whoa, there's a second one? I guess I need to go back and play the first one. It's almost like a 3D version of Katana Zero. Like you have one chance to get through all these areas and slice down your enemies and run on walls and do all these cool tricks, but if you get shot once, it's not back to the beginning like Katana Zero, but you will start over at like a little checkpoint and have to try again. It is very rewarding though. The gameplay is so good, and in my opinion it looked great on the Switch, so I would definitely check this one out. Sparklite is currently $3.74 on the eShop, and that is 85% off the full price. Sparklite is an action-adventure set in the whimsical and ever-changing land of Geodia. Battle foes in top-down action using an arsenal of gadgets, guns, and gear. Explore dangerous corners of the procedurally generated world, take down titans of the mining industry, and harness the power of Sparklite. So what's cool about this is just by looking at the gameplay, you can kind of get a feel of what this game has to offer. It essentially has like this whole town building thing going on, but also a mining aspect, and then you're going out and fighting bosses. And dare I say it again, this game is less than $4. A really cool game called Afterimage is currently on sale for $4.99. That's 80% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. Afterimage is a hand-drawn 2D action adventure that emphasizes fast-paced combat while diversified character builds, non-linear levels, and a gripping storyline set in the ruins of a fantasy world. So this is a game I personally have not played, but once I learned about it, I wanted to do more research because it really intrigued me. It just has so much to do. Really deep RPG mechanics that allow for like some really cool builds, over 200 different equipments to collect, and yeah man, I just think you're getting a lot here for only $5. A really charming game called Moonlighter is currently on sale for $2.29. That's 91% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. During a long past archaeological excavation, a set of gates were discovered. People quickly realized that these ancient passages lead to different realms and dimensions. Moonlighter is an action RPG with roguelike elements, following the everyday routines of Will, an adventurous shopkeeper that dreams of becoming a hero. So what's really cool is you have like a whole shopkeeping aspect, so whenever you're going in and doing all your little runs, you will find stuff to sell back at your shop. And then there's a whole roguelike aspect, so you know what comes with that. And then again, it has like the whole town setting and crafting and enchanting and loot and companions. And it is a really packed full game for a very cheap price. And if I'm not mistaken, Moonlighter 2 might be coming out this year or next year. We also have Kao The Kangaroo on sale for $3.89, and that is 80% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. Sorry, I started to laugh there for a moment, because the developers of this game, anytime they want this to be the lowest price it's ever been, they seriously just take off 1 penny from the price. And it started at like $15 originally, and now we're all down to $3.89. But I am not complaining. If you enjoy any 3D platformers, this is a must-play game. I feel like it's a love letter to that genre. I adore this game. I owned it physically, but I don't own it anymore, and I'm thinking about picking it up, just a digital copy, because it's so damn cheap, and it is really fun to play through, and it's only like 6 hours or 7 hours to beat the entire game. Guacamelee 2 Complete Edition is on sale for $5.62, and that is 75% off the full price. So you guys know I love Guacamelee. I have not played the second one yet, but I'm going to eventually. It's just better in every single way. You know, it's a no-brainer. So if you're thinking about buying this game, just be cautious. The Complete Edition is $5.62, but just Guacamelee 2 is $5. I mean, technically you could buy the $5 version, but for only 62 cents more, you're getting like all the DLC and extra content, so just go that route. These games are incredible Metroidvanias. They have amazing music, super fun gameplay, incredible boss fights, and Guacamelee, the first one, was one of the best games I've seen on my Switch 2 so far. A really fun game called Blue Fire is currently on sale for $5.99, and this is 70% off on the eShop. So I hate dumbing stuff down to explain it, but for the sake of time, this is a Zelda clone, kind of. It's almost like The Legend of Zelda mixed with some ninja mechanics. I bought this game randomly on an eShop sale, maybe for like 10 bucks or something, because I was actually looking for Zelda inspired or Zelda like games, and I really did enjoy my time with this game. But I think it's more than a Zelda clone, and it has this like almost eerie feeling. Like some of the bosses and level design, it's just off-putting, but in a good way, and it is a fantastic game. So if you like Zelda style games at all, this one is a no-brainer. We have PAPATON 1+2 Replay. This is currently $23.99, and that is 20% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. So I'll be honest, I have never played these games. I know they were really big, I think on the PSP or PS Vita. I'm actually not sure. But I do know when these games were announced for the Switch, it was a very big deal, because these are PlayStation games straight up. And the fact that we have them on the Switch and now Switch 2 as well, I just think that's really cool. I mean, actually a pretty big deal, because it symbolizes Sony's maybe relationship with Nintendo to bring games over. Hopefully in the future we'll get more. If I'm not mistaken, this is kind of like a rhythm game, but each PAPATON has their own characteristics and classes, so you can kind of experiment a little bit with how you play it. But what a cool pair of games to have on the Switch and Switch 2. Speaking of the Switch 2, we have Street Fighter 6 on the eShop for $19.99. That is 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. If you own a Nintendo Switch 2 and you don't know what to play this game. It is worth every second of it. It is incredible. I do think there's a demo, or at least there was a demo, but I would check that demo and play it. I cannot believe this game is on the Switch 2. Not only is it on the Switch 2, it runs amazing on the Switch 2. It looks incredible. And I've mentioned it before, but the Switch 2 version of this is tournament approved. 20 bucks for one of the best Switch 2 games we currently have. So we also have RAIDOU Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army Launch Edition for the Switch 2 physically at Amazon for $34.99. I think that's 30% off the full price. This is another game I personally have not played, but I want to get around to it. This is made by Atlas, and I believe it's in the same universe as Persona and Shin Megami Tensei. So, you know, I like both of those. So I'm probably going to like this. The premise is pretty cool. I think you're like a detective and you're trying to solve a mystery or something. And it has a different playstyle than normal Persona and Shin Megami games. I believe like a different fighting system. Very interesting stuff. Probably not for everybody, but I do think it's worth checking out for $35. We also have Yakuza 0 Director's Cut physically at Walmart and Amazon for $37 even. That is 26% off the full price. Again, I can't believe this game is running and looking the way it does on the Switch 2. And I currently think it's one of the best games we have on the Switch 2 that is kind of going under the radar. Like, I know people are buying it and I know people enjoy it. it's Yakuza. You know what I mean? I don't need to try to sell the game to you, but for some reason, maybe the game keycard aspect, or maybe because people played it somewhere else, I do think it's flying under the radar a little bit. But if you have a chance to buy this or play this, do it. It is incredible. Yakuza games are amazing. And now you can see we're getting like all the Yakuza games on the Switch 2 moving forward. This is a great time to get into this franchise. And this last game we're talking about, I don't think it is out currently yet, but it's coming out soon. It's called Majogami. And this is coming to the Switch and Switch 2, I believe. But it is currently on sale right now for $31.49. And that is 10% off the full price. This is the lowest price this game has ever been. So this might be a pre-order price or something. But I remember they showed this off in the Direct. Maybe it was a Japanese Direct. I can't remember if it was in the real Direct. But it just looks so damn interesting. Almost like a 2D platformer / Metroidvania that has this whole rhythm aspect to it. Or it seems something like that. It's just one of those games that make you stop and say, whoa, what the hell is that over there? I want to go play that. So maybe this is on your radar. Maybe you know about it. But like I was saying, I don't think it's out technically yet, but if you're thinking about getting this or want to try something different, I think the physical is only coming out in Japan, so pick this up on sale while you can. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, this is one of the best eShop sales of the year so far, because we have a wide variety of games, different genres, super cheap prices, and it is a great time to be a gamer, especially a patient gamer. You don't have to get every game when it first comes out. Wait a couple weeks, man, save some money. That's what I do. And I have a Nintendo channel, and I still don't buy games when they first came out, for the most part. So, just saying, save some money, get some cool games. If you made it all the way to this part of the video, let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. Hit a like and subscribe on the way out. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our communities growing, because we're growing on both platforms. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.